Hi everybody, so I'm Amanda. I'm the Community Engagement Manager here at the ODI, and this is probably the point where I give you the health and safety spiel about everything. So please use your phones, please tweet using the hashtag 300 seconds. Fire escape wise, I have no idea where the assembly point is. However, the plan is we go to the pub. So you go to the Blueberry afterwards for drinks probably, but if there is a fight, it is real, so get out of here immediately. Now I'm going to tell you immediately about what open data is, because it reminded me of being back at school when I was in algebra classes and I didn't understand a thing that people were talking about, and I didn't be the person who put my hand up. So if you don't know, you can check on your phone. Instead I'm going to ask you if you know who these two women might be. Just hazard a guess. Not caring because you already know.
It's your mum and your grandma.
This is my mum and my nan. So this is 3 generations of Smiths. And in my job, I always think to myself, if these two get it, then I'm doing the right thing. If they understand what open data is and what my institute's trying to do, then I'm doing the right thing with them. Now one day I had my mum and my nan talking about open data, and they had a conversation where, and I quote my mum, she said, "I'm not too sure what Amanda does for a living. I think she sells advertising space on the Google." On Google! That's what my mum thinks I do for a living. She now has my biography bookmarked on the website, which she just sends to people all the time, not knowing what I actually do. And my mum, I thought, well, I'll explain it to her by going through an app on her phone and understanding that open data is powering the stuff she's seeing. My mum is probably the last person who has a Nokia 3320 in circulation. So we're talking the old school screen, the black and white, the snake. There's nothing she can touch at all. A phone to her is a phone. A camera is a camera. She doesn't need anything else. And then this hit. If you don't know the logo, it's Care Data. This is the NHS bad boy of data sharing. And suddenly my mum and I had a really good conversation about open data, about data sharing, about personal data, about trust, and about liability. And for her, working as someone in the NHS, it took an issue that she was passionate about, and suddenly open data was at the forefront for her. And it translated it into a concept that she could get, and it became everyday life. And so now we talk about it more in the household. And that's the thing about open data, we are still in such early stages of it. It was like the web 25 years ago. Lovely picture of Sir Tim when he invented it as well. And this stuff's new and it's exciting, and that's why the ODI are here today, to help you understand, to bring people together, to convene world-class experts in making this a better place and an easier place for us all. So at the ODI, I'm not going to go into great detail about what we do. I'll give you a very quick overview. So these are the kind of 3 main strands of the ODI itself. So membership, we have now 100 members at the ODI. We have our franchise, which is our global network of nodes, which I'll show shortly. And we have learning, so that's people who come in who we train, mainly government, but also now private businesses as well. And this is what we're looking like when we're taking over the world. The only people who are missing on here are ODI Devon, who signed up recently. I think they'll forgive me because they're getting a special shout out right now. But you can see how much it's spreading across the world. And more and more interest is coming into the ODI every single day. We have our innovation unit, so all of our research within the ODI, which I work with the organisation. We have our huge startup community, which we took 10 last year, 9 this year, and we've been awarded funding to take on between 50 and 80, possibly even 100 from next year as well. This just shows how much open data is growing everywhere. And we like to do tools that make it easy and accessible for everybody involved. So this is my favourite example of something we did at the ODI. This is the fire service tools. This is particularly topical because half an hour ago there's a story in The Guardian from Boris Johnson about how waiting times and response times have actually gone up now that we've been closing. But this tool here essentially took data from the fire service, from Telefonica, data analytics that we pulled together, footfall data, and you could click the little green dots on a map and close your fire stations and see the impact of what it had in the area about your waiting time. Would it go up or not? And the core of ODI, the team who make us work every single day, the guys who support us. So we have a huge art program which you'll probably see installations around the office, so please ask us about what they mean as well. We've got our team who look after us, we've got fantastic leadership, and that essentially makes life at the ODI. That's it, done and dusted.